How to break the beliefs that hold you back. In the beginning, repeating a habit is essential to build up evidence for your desired identity. As you latch on to that new identity, however, those some beliefs can hold you back from the next level of growth. When working against your identity creates a kind of pride that encourages you to deny your weak spots and prevents you from truly growing. This is one of the greatest downsides of building habits. The more scared the more scared an idea is to us, that is, the more deeply it is tied to our identity, the more strongly we will defend it against criticism. You see, this is in every industry. The school teacher who ignore who ignores innovative teaching methods and stick with her tight and true lesson plans. The veteran manager who is committed to doing things his way. The, the his, his way the surgeon who dismisses the idea of her younger colleagues, the brand who produce a mind-blowing first album and then gets stuck in in a rut. The tighter we climb to an industry, the harder it becomes to grow beyond it. Our situation is to avoid making any single aspect of your identity an overwhelming portion of who you are. In the words of investor Paul Graham, keep your identity small. Keep your identity small. The more you let a single belief define you, the less capable you are of adapting when life changes you. If you tie anything up in being the point guard on the partner at the or partner at the firm or whatever else, then the loss of that facet of your life will wreck you. If you are a vegan and then develop a health condition that forces you to change your diet, you will have an identity crisis on your hands. When you cling too tightly to one identity, you become brittle. Lose that one thing and you lose yourself. For for mo- for most for, for for most of my young life, being an athlete was a major part of my identity. After my baseball career ended, I struggled to find myself. When you spend your whole life defining yourself in way and that disappears, who are you now? Military veterans and former entrepreneurs report similar feelings. If your identity is wrapped up in a belief like I am a great soldier, what happens when your pride of service ends? For many business owners, their identity is something along the line of I am the CEO and I am the founder and I am the founder. If you have spent every working moment working on your business, how will you feel after you sell the company? The key is the key is the key is mitigate the key is mitigating this this loses this loses of identity is to redefine yourself such that you get to keep important aspects of your identity, even if your particular role changes. I am an athlete becomes I am the type of person who is mentally tough and loves a physical challenge. I am a great soldier transforms into I am the type of person who is disciplined, reliable, and great on a team. I am the CEO transfers to I am the type of person who builds and creates things. When 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 chosen effectively, an identity can be flexible rather than brittle, like water flowing around an obstacle. Your identity works with with the changing circumstances rather than against them. The following quote from the Tao Te Ching encapsulates the ideas perfectly. Men men are men are born soft and supple. Dead they are stiff and hard. Plants are born tender and pliant. Dead they are brittle and dry. Thus whoever is stiff and inflexible is is a is is a disciple of death. Whoever is soft and yielding is a disciple of life. The hard and stiff will be broken. The soft and simple will prevail. Lao Tzu. Habits habits deliver numerous benefits, but the downside is that they can lock us into our previous patterns of taking and acting. Even when the world is shifting around us, everything is impermanent. Life is consistently changing, so you need to periodically check it to see if if your old habits and beliefs are still serving you. A lack of self awareness is position is a poison. Sorry, a lack of self awareness is poison. Reflection and review is antidote. Chapter summary. The upside of habits is that we can do things without thinking. The downside is that we stop paying attention to little errors. Habits plus deliberate practice is equal to mastery. Reflection and review is a process that allows you to remain conscious of your performance over time. The tighter we climb to an identity, the harder it becomes to grow beyond it. Conclusion. The secret to results that last. There is an ancient Greek there is an ancient Greek parable known as the stories paradox, which talks about the effect one small action can have when repeated enough times. One formulation of the paradox goes as follows: can one coin make a person rich? If you give a person a pile of 10 coins, you wouldn't claim that he or she is rich. But what if you add another and another and another? At some point, you will have to admit that no one can be rich unless the one coin can make him or her so. We can say the same about atomic habits. Can one tiny change transform your life? It's likely you would say so. But what if you made another and another and another? At some point, you will have to admit your life was transformed by one small change. The holy grail of habit change is not a single 1% improvement, but a thousand of them. It is it is uh, it is a bunch of atomic habits stacking up, each one a fundamental unit of the overall system. In the beginning, small improvements can often seem meaningless because they get washed away by the weight of the system. Just as one coin won't make you rich, one positive change like meditating for 1 minute or reading one page each day is likely to deliver a noticeable difference. Gradually, gradually, gradual, gradually though, as you continue to layer small changes on top of of one another, the scales of life start to move. Each improvement is like adding a grain of sand to the positive side of the scale, slowly tilting things in your favor. Eventually, if you stick with it, you hit a tipping point. Suddenly it feels easier to stick with good habits. The weight of the system is working for you rather than against you. Over the course of this book, we have we have looked we have looked at dozens of stories about top performers. We have heard about Olympic gold medalists, award-winning artists, business leaders, life-saving physicians, and star comedians who all use the science of small habits to master their craft and value to the top of their field. Each of the people, teams, and companies we have covered has faced different circumstances and ultimately progressed in the same way through a commitment to tiny, sustainable, un, 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 unrelating improvements. Success is not a goal to reach or a final line to cross. Sorry, it is a system to improve, an endless process to refine. In chapter one, I said if you are having trouble changing your habits, the problem isn't you. The problem is your system. Bad habits repeat themselves again and again, not because you don't want to change, but because you have the wrong system for change. As these books as this book draws to a close, I hope the opposite is true. With the four laws of behavioral change, you have a set of tools and strategies that you can use to build better system and shape better habits. Sometimes a habit will be hard to remember and you will need to make it obvious. Other times you won't feel like starting and you will need to make it attractive. In many cases you may find that a habit will be too difficult and you will need to make it easy. And sometimes you won't feel like you will not feel like sticking with it and you will need to make it satisfying. Behaviors are effortless here: obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying. Behaviors are difficult here, exactly opposite of that: obvious, invisible; attractive, unattractive; easy, hard; satisfying, unsatisfying. As simple as that. You want to push your good habits toward the left side toward the left side of your spectrum by make them obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Meanwhile, you want to cluster your bad habits toward the right side by making them invisible, unattractive, hard, and unsatisfying. This is a continuous process. There is continuous process. There is no finish line. There is no permanent solution. Whenever you are looking to improve, you can rotate through the four laws of behavioral change until you find the next bottleneck. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying, round and round, always looking for next way to get 1% better. The secret to getting results, that last is to never stop making improvements. It is remarkable what you build if you just don't stop. It is remarkable the business you can build if you don't stop working. It is remarkable the body you can build if you don't stop training. It is remarkable the knowledge you can build if you don't stop learning. It is remarkable the fortune you can build if you don't stop saving. It is remarkable the friendships you can build if you don't stop caring. Small habits don't add up; they compound. Not add up; they compound. They compound. That is the power of atomic habits. Tiny change, remarkable results. And here's the appendix. Appendix. fine, Ramesh. There, okay, there is some, there is resources. Okay, fine. Notes or resources. Okay, fine. Made utility acknowledgements. Okay, fine. How to apply idea. 10, okay. 216 to appendix. Okay. What should you read next? Thank you so much for taking the time to read this book. It has been a pleasure sharing my work with you. If you are looking for something to read next, allow me to offer a suggestion. If you enjoyed Atomic Habits, then you may like my other writings as well. My latest articles are sent out in my free weekly newsletter. Subscribers are also the first to hear about my newest books and projects. Finally, in addition to my own work, each year I send out a reading list of my favorite books from other authors on a wide range of subjects. Lessons, and that's it with Atomic Habits. How to apply these habits to business. I took almost 2 weeks to finish this book. And recording first part I have reading myself and then recorded. And Alhamdulillah, finally that finished. I will basically read that for my to improve my English speaking outcomes. That improves me a lot, and it, improves me a lot, throughout last week, from last Friday to this Friday, approximately approximately not 8 days. I have I have done improvement massive improvements on my English speaking. Alhamdulillah, inshallah, I will come with next next sorry another book next time with allowed reading. And I just do one thing. I have need to write. I have improved my writings and more about speaking and more to freehand talking, not freehand talking like this is spoken in English, inshallah. So that is it for till now, inshallah. Till then, assalamu alaikum.